Okay, welcome to this video on rational indices. So, one rule we're going to learn, we've learned about square roots, and now we're going to learn about the connection that square roots have to powers. So if we have the square root of a, we can express that as a to the power of a half. Okay, a to the power of a half. If we have the cubed root of a, that is a to the power of a third. And we can keep going, the nth root of a. So that could be the fourth root of a, or the fifth root of a. That's a to the power of 1 on 4, the fifth root of a. Now it's not 5 times root a, it's the fifth root of a, is a to the power of 1 on 5. Now what do we mean when we say, like, for instance, we know the square root, it means what times itself, okay? And then the cubed root, okay, so the easiest example of a cubed root is the cubed root of 8, okay? The cubed root of 8 is 2, because 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, all right? And so that's what we mean by cubed root. What about the fourth root of a number? It means what number times itself 4 times is going to give you the fourth root of that number. Okay, so let's get into, so that's the connection we're making between powers and roots. And that's really all we're doing here. We're performing operations between powers and roots. So if we have the cubed root of 5, we need to express it as a single power of 5. That is 5 to the power of a third. Okay, here we have 1 on top of root 5. Well, what is that? That's 1 on top of 5 to the power of a half. Okay, we know just square root by itself is to the power of a half. And then we're going to write it at the top of the fraction. It is to the power of negative half. 5 to the power of negative half, because we've brought it to the top. Okay, here we have the square root of 5 to the power of 3. So two things we're going to perform here. Firstly, root 5 by itself, that is 5 to the power of a half. Okay, and then we have that to the power of 3. Now, I've put these brackets in here. They're not in the question, are they? I've put these in here because I'm recognizing, well, what we have is we've got 5 to the half, we've got root 5, and that is to the power of 3. And now we know as well, when we have this power here and then the power inside, that they're going to multiply one another. So we've got 5 to the power of 3 times a half, or 3 on 2. That simplifies to be. In D here, we've got 5 squared at the top, on top of 5 to the half at the bottom. Okay, square root of 5 is 5 to the half. And so then this will simplify to be 5 to the power of 2 take a half. Top power take the bottom power, which is 5 to the power of 3 on 2. Okay, same answer as this one. So that's there's a bit of an introduction to rational indices.